The land grant system started in 1862. That was when the Morrill Act was passed. West Virginia University was founded in 1867. Land grant institutions, I think, are more apt to engage in action research and service learning projects. The local governance and community development courses do a great job of exemplifying what the land grant mission is all about.
And actually elevating that to where, because it's submerged quite a bit.
The area of emphasis in local governance and community development in the MPA program is designed to help achieve the land grant mission. So instead of working like a consulting firm would, we go out and work with communities, not for them. And in this way, we learn together, we plan together, we work together to achieve results, and it's a collaborative effort. Over a 2-year process that tracks along with 4 academic semesters, we carry the community through a developmental path that's proven successful in many, many communities. It generally moves from mobilizing and organizing the community into sort of visioning and planning processes that then lead to program and project implementation. Throughout that process, we're looking at ways that the community needs to build its own capacity. So we start with learning. So you would just take out Phase 1 Marina Action Plan and you would say legal. Faculty and student teams work with community members. So the students are learning about the community and the community is learning about local governance. In that process, the community leaders, they help to form a stakeholder advisory team that brings leaders from these various areas together. We provide then local governance training. So we cover all the basics, right? The nuts and bolts of operating a municipality successfully. And this usually involves collaborative efforts. So it's the ways that city staff work with citizen advisory boards, with nonprofit organizations, with civic groups, with business leadership groups.
Trying to work very closely with River Valley, Jackson General, to try to bring everything.
The students' research is formulated in a community profile that really looks at the whole kind of socioeconomic picture of the town. And we also do a civic index survey that was developed by the National Civic League, and that helps get sort of a finger on the pulse of the residents' feelings about the town's leadership, and it helps them look at ways that they can improve how they're interacting with their citizenry.
And I think too we need to reach out to different people.
We do some training around public engagement. So community leaders work with the students to identify the particular groups and people that they want for sure to be included in the visioning and planning efforts that are forthcoming. And we look at sort of the most effective ways to get those people to the table. So at the very end of this phase, the students themselves facilitate a series of community conversations that are designed according to the engagement policies and procedures. So that produces a pretty amazing report of what the community's vision is. We generally focus really broadly on like just quality of life and how to improve the community's trajectory and future.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about quality of life. And I want you all to write on 3 different sticky notes what your ideal Ravenswood would be 10 years from now.
So in the 3rd phase, we have this nice community vision, if you will, report in hand from the conversations. And that enables us to see what types of expertise we need to bring into the mix, what kinds of issues we need to focus on with the community, and that really shapes the planning process. Typically, this looks like a comprehensive plan for a town, but if we're working in, for example, a neighborhood within a city, it would be something more aligned with a neighborhood strategic plan. The resulting plan is presented to whatever the leadership team is. If it's a comprehensive plan, we're working with the Planning and Zoning Commission, and they generally then take that and move it through the more official formal hearing processes.
And this can include infill development of vacant properties, renovation or adaptive reuse of existing structures, and
the other thing that those plans are good for is identifying projects or programs that the city wants to prioritize. So the fourth and final phase does exactly that. We work with the community to prioritize at least 3 projects, one short-term, mid-range, and a long-range program or project. And we do all of the background research that's necessary to implement a project successfully. And during that time, we're doing iterative presentations and updates with the community so that their feedback can continually help to shape that project. In the end, we leave them with fully developed project implementation plans that are pretty much ready for resource development and launch. Sometimes we're able to do a grant writing course that tags along with this final phase so that not only are they ready for resource development, but they have some documents that they can use in that process and get grants out the door right away.
Basically, there's 2 phases to the Sandy Creek Marina project, and that includes a small stopover marina.
Thinking back to my years as a consultant, I would say probably the value of this work is easily over $100,000. The communities that we've worked with, based on this investment from WVU, have been very successful in getting placements from the AmeriCorps Vista program, as well as garnering other capacity building grants.
So we're going to give a chance for any of the students from the WVU University who've been working with Ravenswood to talk about some of the projects that they have helped.
Thinking back on that land grant mission that WVU is a part of, we do this as an exercise of outreach. We do it as an exercise of learning. So if you're interested in working with us, we want to work with you. Get in touch. You can find us on the WVU website.
The vision is just awesome. You guys have done just a tremendous job. Awesome. Yeah.